2. First period action. Puck comes up to the neutral zone. Oops. Offside. Playing against the Fighting Flamingos. Puck is in front of the bench. We get it up into the neutral zone. I'm going to go down after the first period. The best view from here, they get a shot that goes over the net. Puck goes in the corner. Fire that around the boards. Wait. Take a shot from the blue line. That goes into the corner. WHA picks it back up, gets to the blue line, but Flamingos keep it in. Can't get a shot. That's knocked away. Now we pass it up into the neutral zone. Can't get a handle on it. Flamingos back in our zone. Shot goes over the net. Puck in the corner. Chip it behind the net to the D up to the boards. Gets out of the zone. Flamingos get it in the neutral zone. Chip it up. Picked up by WHA, but Flamingos knock it away. In comes Angus. Angus chips it into the zone. And the net. Puck coming around the side. In comes White. Gets a piece of it. Judd helping her out. Keeps that in. Judd chips it down low. Follows it up. Gets some help behind the net. Comes back out to Judd. She gets a shot. Save. Rebounds loose. Goalie hangs on to it. Face off, puck's dropped, we get to the blue line. White fires that towards the net, deflected, goes wide. Judd on the rebound, puts it off the side into the net. Judd from White, and we're up 1-0 against the Flamingos. 9.5 minutes to go here in the first. Nice shot from White, rebound from Judd, sneaks it behind the goalie. Off the draw, goes back to the Flamingos. Pressure from WHA, and Bolton chips it up to the neutral zone. And Judd working at it. Comes back to WHA territory, shot deflected wide. White battles in the corner, tying up. Gets some help. Puck comes up the sidewall. Flamingos sent it back behind the net. White picks it up. Chips it up center. Going up with almost a shot on net, but icing is called. Even though the girl was not skating after. 9 minutes to go in the first. Comes back from the blue line, Flamingos walk in, get a shot from the slot, and with a glove save. Off the draw, Flamingos send it down low, pass out front, get a shot, they find the top corner. 1-1 game. 8:41 to go in the period. Flipping your hands coming from the game behind me over in rink 1. You can't hear our game because I'm behind the glass here. I'm going to head down ice level after this period. All right, Flamingos come back in the zone. Toe drag, shot blocked. Brooklyn gets the rebound off the glass and out. Morris chases it down. Flamingos pick it up. Pressure on the other side from Bolton. Puck comes all the way out, hands up for an icing. Skate after it, icing called. 8:14 to go in the first of this 1-1 game out at the Walter Gretzky Center. Walter Gretzky, Wayne Gretzky, at the Gretzky Center. We got a face-off. Everyone's tied up. Flamingos find the puck and send that all the way down. Goes off the boards. Won't make it far enough for an icing, or maybe it will. Icing called. Puck is dropped, gets to the blue line. Bolton fires that towards the net. Flamingos intercept it, send it out. Comes back in the zone. Shot, Navarro with a save rebound, picked up by the Flamingos. They send it to the blue line. That shot's high and off the glass. Puck's in the corner. Question from WHA. She sends it out of the zone. Shivery with some pressure. Comes back to Sabrina, up to Avery, into the zone. Flamingos get a hold of it though and head it out the other way. Zone shot blocked. Relegation. Up to White. Cross ice for Angus into the zone. Goalie clears that away. Puck goes in the corner. Flamingos fire that around the boards. Behind the net, Dixon picks it up. Dixon into the corner. Out to the hash marks. She's in the high slot. Backhand to Judd. She gets a shot. It's saved. Angus on that rebound. Takes it behind the net. She's pinned. Judd's there to help out. Puck comes loose. Frood gets a piece of it. Comes back to the neutral zone. Flamingos come in, drop pass, can't get a shot. Pressure from Frood ties up. Now Dixon on the puck. Flamingos get it back. Dixon takes it back again. Back and forth action. Shot blocked. Flamingos keep it in. Into the corner. Everyone's tied up. Frood goes behind the net after it. Chips up the boards. Angus sends it back to Frood. Back to Angus. At the sidewall, Flamingos pitch, keep it in. Dixon comes to help out, gets a piece of it. Puck goes back to Frood now. She fires that around the boards for Kalen. Kalen chips that out of the zone. Dixon after it, gets it at the red line, dumps it in. The old chip and change. Both teams going for the line change. Flamingos chip it up center. Pressure from WHA. They keep that in. Bolton gets that to McGowan. She cuts it in on the backhand. In the corner. Circles back. Sends it behind the net for Morris. She works out front to Bolton. She gets a shot that's saved. Morris gets the rebound. Tries to work it back out front. Flamingos in the way. Flamingos take it up to the blue line. Chip that out. Back into WHA territory. Sabrina picks it up. Sabrina chips it up. Comes back. Loose in front. Can't get a shot. Pressure from Steinberg keeps her outside. Now comes out front. Morris gets a piece of it. Flamingos keep it in. Into the corner. Now at the blue line. Flamingos cut into the high slot. They walk in. They get a shot. Navarro with a save. 4.5 minutes to go in the first. All tied up at 1. Pressure from the Flamingos right now. They got another shot. Navarro makes a save and hangs on to that one. Face off in his own. Up the boards to Gation. Gation tied up, getting some help from WHA, but kept in his own. Shivery picks it up. Cross ice. Flamingos take it behind the net. Corner and back marks. Into the high slot. Corner back to the blue line. Slot shot. It's deflected high. Flamingos get it back though. Circle in the zone. Send it to the blue line and out. Into the neutral zone. Pressure from WHA allows Gation to get it back. Up to Avery Manini. Avery Manini into the zone. Sends it back to Gation. Just couldn't get that shot. In comes Angus. Angus gets in front. Tipped by Gation. Goalie with the save. Steinberg gets a piece of it. Flamingos head the other way. Flamingos pass. Can't connect. Back to Angus slows that down. Puck in the corner. Comes loose. Picked up by Steinberg. Steinberg to Gation. Help from Dixon. Puck goes in the corner and Fruit is after it. Fruit ties up. Boards. Just chips it out of the zone. Joey follows the puck into the Flamingo territory. Gets there. Tries to work it out front. Blocked by the Flamingos. Golden stops him at the red line. Flamingos get it back in the neutral zone. Re-enter WHA territory. Pressure from Sabrina, though. Fires that puck around the boards. Up for Bolton. Kept in by the Flamingos. Bolton working at it. Flamingos get in. Shot found. Sees the arrow. Cleared away by Morris. Up to Judge. She cuts in with it. Forehand shot. Almost got the 5-hole. Goalie gets the save. 1:44 to go in the first. All tied up at 1. Flamingos chip it up the boards. Chip it through the neutral zone. Stopped by Sabrina Jonas. I think I'm pronouncing the last name right, but I'm going to stick with the first name so I don't make any mistakes. Sabrina gets it back behind the net. She's tied up. Flamingos try to get it back out front, but Bolton intercepts the pass. Goes for a little skate out of the zone. Bolton through the neutral zone. Gets tied up. Flamingos send it cross ice. They re-enter. Pass in front. Doesn't connect. 1 minute to go in the first period. Flamingos keeping it at the blue line. They get it in front. Can't get that shot, though. Now, Bolton gets a stick on it, knocks it into the corner. Bolton picks it up. Oh, sorry, that was McGowan. McGowan trying to get it up to Bolton. Flamingos intercept out of the neutral zone. Re-enter. Pass blocked in front by Frood. Flamingos find the loose puck and send it to the blue line. Flamingos walk into the slot. They get the shot. Navarro makes a save. That goes out of bounds off the glove. 31 seconds in this first period. All tied up at 1. Shoot back to the sidewall and out. Flamingos in the neutral zone. Get it back. Re-enter. Pass across. Doesn't connect. Patient on that rebound. Get some help from White. In comes Fruit. Tied up behind the net. White gets pretty big body check there. It was pretty obvious, but that girl will not call it. Shot goes wide. That's the end of the first period. Bear with me as I walk downstairs. All right. A little closer to the ice now. Just trying to figure out the best spot here. Right here. Oh, you can see the goalie there. Goalie. We'll get there. All right, puck is dropped. WHA gets it into the zone. Battle in the corner. Refs tell him to play it. Puck comes loose. Patience there to keep it in. And Flamingos get it back, chip it up center. Puck comes out. Okay, this is not much better, folks. Sorry. All right, puck's dropped in our zone, goes right on net. Miguel hangs on to that one. Face off to the left of Navarro. Everyone's tied up off the draw. Bolton chips that away. Kept in. All right, the Flamingos can't get the shot, though. Puck goes in the corner. WHA picks it up, sends it up. Get it to the blue line. Flamingos keep that in. Into the corner. Angus to White. So to Judd. Judd takes out the hash marks. Goes for a little skate, then sends it cross ice. Knocked out of the air by the Flamingos, but in comes Dixon to get that back. Gets in, shot fired. Save is made. Whistle goes. All right, 10:40 to go in the second period. 1-1. Bolton on the draw. McGowan on the draw. Gets that to Bolton. Drops it back to the blue line. Shots blocked. Fruit wins the race. Knock the puck away. Chip the puck back in their zone. Flamingos send it out. Puck comes back to Rowan Frood. Frood takes it behind the net. Puck's in the corner. Comes loose, goes behind the net. Flamingos with possession right now. Now it's loose. Flamingos get it back behind the net. Nice play from WHA. Knocks the puck loose, but Flamingos keep it in at the blue line. Flamingos cut in, get a shot. Navarro with the save. Rebounds loose. That goes over the net. As Navarro slides across. Puck picked up by Steinberg. She's double teamed. She sends it up the boards. Flamingos keep it in. Puck's at the sidewall now. McGowan working at it. She gets it up to Bolton. Bolton sends that cross ice out of the zone. It's going to be icing. Sorry for the shakiness there. I'll get this figured out eventually. 9:25. Flamingos send it to the blue line. But in comes Ryan, knocks it away. Picked up by Manini. Gets support from Bolton. Bolton back to Manini. Flamingos get it back and head the other way. Flamingos get in. They get a shot. Navarro slides across, makes the save. Loose puck. Put away by Bolton. Girls again excited on the bench. Now pass up front, shot, save, rebounds loose. Another save, puck cleared up the boards. Flamingos keeping that in. Bolton with some pressure, but in comes I believe that was Sabrina. She chips out of the zone, nice and high. Gation after it, but in comes Sabrina, gets that back and fires that deep in the zone. WHA gets a line change. So do the Flamingos. Send a stretch pass up into our zone. To the blue line, cut in with it, knocked away by WHA. Now Judd knocks it out of the zone, takes a stick to the head. Penalty coming up, but not before Jolie Angus gets in, fires a shot. Power play coming up to WHA. Could have been a 4-minute head contact. It's probably just going to be a 2-minute high sticking. All right. Swing for penalty to go up on the board. It's up. 8:10 to go in the second. Still tied at 1. Flamingos fire it down the ice. Off the draw. White picks it up behind the net. Starts the breakout. Fires it up to Morris. Morris coming up the sidewall. Sends that cross ice, but Flamingos get in the way, and it's back for Angus. Angus behind the net with it. Sends that over to Rowan Frood. Frood skates up to the neutral zone. Gets it over to Kalen. Kalen to the point. Battle in the corner down there. Flamingos come out with it, get a shot. Save is made. Puck's loose in front. Cleared away into the corner. Judd picks up the rebound. Chips that cross ice for Dixon out of the zone. Flamingos send it back in. Now we get that cross ice. Nice little move. Oh, had her beat on the 5-hole. Bolton. Nice try. Just couldn't get it on net. At the blue line, we keep it in. Sabrina with it. Chips it up for Ryan. Ryan picks up 40 seconds of the power play. Help from Bolton. That's picked up by the Flamingos, and they fire it down. Navarro plays it behind the net. Sabrina picks it up. Gets set across. Now it's knocked back into the zone. Sabrina after it. Get it to the blue line. Flamingos send it back in. Sabrina behind the net. Goes D to D. To Steinberg. Get it to the blue line. It's kept in by the Flamingos. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey now. McGowan gets it out of the zone. Flamingos get the puck back into WHA territory. Back check from Bolton, strips her of the puck. Now McGowan gets it in the neutral zone. Bolton helping her out, chips it in the zone. Bolton follows it up, gets in, shot, made, save is made. The goalie hangs on that rebound. All right, getting some excitement here. 5:41 to go in the second, still tied up at 1. Everyone's tied up. Puck bounces out of the zone. Carly gets back for it. Pressure from the Flamingos, get in. They get a shot. Navarro makes a save. Rebound's loose. Shot goes high. Into the corner. Another shot. Navarro with the save. Rebound. Over for White to chase down. Sends it behind the net. Bolton ties up. Gets some help from Manini. Manini gets that up into the zone. Gation picks up the loose puck. Fires a shot. Glove save. Rebound's loose. But Chevrier is all tied up. Goalie jumps on that rebound. 5 minutes to go in the second. And off the draw, Carly keeps it in the zone. Flamingos go behind the net with it. Try to get that out. Nice pinch from Carly, keeping it in. Flamingos get it back, though, head up into the neutral zone. We get into WHA territory. We slow them down at the blue line. Dixon blocks the shot. Flamingos get it back. Dixon blocks another shot. Puck goes in the corner. Battle in the corner. Shot goes wide. It's caught in someone's equipment. It's probably in her jersey. Yeah, in her pants, actually. I think it went in her jersey down into her pants. So whistle goes. Probably still face off inside, but he's going to move it outside because it got stuck in the Flamingos jersey. That's the rule. And the Flamingos shot it too, so it's all good. Anyways, 4:26. Puck's at the blue line. We chip it up to the red line, but Flamingos pick it back up and dump it in the zone. Nice and waved off. Frood gets there in the corner, ties up, and Dixon gets a loose puck. Flamingos blocking behind the net, though. Flamingos send it to the blue line. Walk in. Shot blocked. Now Angus chips that out of the zone. Nice work from Angus to chase that puck down. Flamingos get there first, but got that pressure going. Loose puck. Knocked away by Judd. But Flamingos pick it back up. They try to cut in. Frood plays the body. Puck in the corner. Puck's at the blue line now. Loose puck picked up by Judd. She gets that out of the zone. Gets the red line. Fires that up. Flamingos chip it away. Now Frood's turn. Takes it into the zone. Getting support from Morris. Frood battling hard. Puck comes around the other way. Nice pinch from Sabrina. Cover from Brooklyn. We keep it in. Puck gets knocked out of the neutral zone. Flamingos chip it up. Back and forth. Shot goes wide. Picked up by Bolton. She chips it up to McGowan. McGowan gets the red line. The old chip and change. We're back in Flamingo territory with 2.5 minutes to go in the second. Puck coming up the sidewall. We keep it in. Flamingos get it back, though, and start to skate out with it. We get the red line, chip it up to the blue. We're back in the zone, but Chevrier knocks it out. And in comes Allegation. Allegation comes in. She's hooked the whole way. No call from the female referee, who has still not called a penalty. And it's 2 games. Chevrier gets it in the corner. Tries to chip. Well, the male referee calls a penalty finally for a trip on the Flamingos. Wasn't his call to make, but he's doing it. Hopefully he gets double pay. And 2 minutes to go in the second. 2-minute power play. 1:59 to go in the second, actually. So. Just going to wait for the penalty to go up on the board. There we go. It's up. Girls ready for the draw. Here we go. Picked up. Flamingos chip it out of the zone and chase it down. Flamingos get in. Try to get a shot. She gets hooked, so we're going to get a penalty because it was in front of the guy. Oh, wait, they're getting a penalty? They're getting the penalty. Wow. All right, so things are working out in her favor now. Interference is the call. I don't know if you got that one right, but I'm going to take that. Right, puck comes out. Bolton gets it. D to D. Ooh. Miscommunication on the pass. It comes back in our zone. 1.5 minutes to go in this period. Sabrina picks up the puck. Chips it up center. That's picked up by Ryan Chevrier. She's going to skate that into the zone. Coming in the corner with it. Working it behind the net. Gets that to Manini. That's knocked away. But Bolton's there for it. Gets that to Chevrier. Chevrier walks in, gets a shot. Save is made. Rebounds loose. White on the rebound, working at it. White sends it to Manini. Manini gets the puck, walks in with it. Nice shot. Save is made. Rebound jumped on top of. 52 seconds to go on this 5-on-3. Off the draw, Judd sends it to the blue line. Frood back to Kalen. Kalen back to Rowan. Rowan back to Kalen. She walks in. Backdoor to Mayel White. It's in! This time it's Judd to White. The first goal was White to Judd. 2-1. Still on the power play for another 58 seconds. 37 seconds to go in the second period. WHA up 2-1. Off the draw, goes back to White. White to Frood, back to White. Sends it up center. Flamingos get a piece of it. Some pressure from WHA, keeping it in the zone. Puck's bouncing around at the blue line. Flamingos pick it up. They get into the zone. At the blue line, they dump it in. Mal White picks it up, goes into the corner. Sends that around the net. Flamingos are there to keep it in 4 seconds. White's just going to settle it down behind the net as the second period finishes up. 2-1 WHA. Switch sides to get you guys better views. Forgot about it because the other fans are doing the same. All right, this is the best vantage point of the night. Third time's the charm. Goalie in net today is Canada Vero. Shout out to her brother Kyle and the rest of the Sudbury Cubs, who just pulled away a big win against the Truro Bearcats out at the big Junior A Championship in Prince Edward Island. So shout out to the Cubs. Their big win tonight. I guess it was in the afternoon there. Oh no, it was evening. They're on the East Coast, about an hour ahead of us. So. All right, no more Blair Witch footage, guys. I think I'm done moving around. Plus, it's the third period. I got nowhere to go after this. So. Here we go. 12 minutes up on the board. 21 seconds on our power play. Puck's loose in the neutral zone. We chip it in. It's knocked out by the Flamingos. Flamingos chip it up into our zone now. Send it to the blue line. All right. Sorry, I couldn't see there. So exactly 12 seconds gone. Back to 5-on-5. A little bit of a late change. Off the draw, it's in the slot. McGowan steals it though and chips it out. The girl forgot to call the icing. But didn't make it. Nice hustle from McGowan. Morris working out on the other side. Bolton helping out, but the Flamingos start to skate out. There we go. We stop them at the blue line. Flamingos get it back though, cut in. Puck comes to the blue line. Flamingos can't keep it in. Puck goes wide. There we go. WHA cross-ice pass, gets that to the blue line. Gation gets that out. Chips it all the way down with some help from the Flamingos. Gation and Chevrier working at it down low to try to get that out front. It's loose in the corner. Chevrier gets it back. Gets it to the blue line. Bolton fires a shot. That's blocked. Back check from Whites. Knocks the puck away. Flamingos get it back, get a shot. That's saved. Rebounds loose. Gets to the hash marks. Now in the corner, Flamingos pick it up, but they'll check from White, knocks it away, and she chips it out of the zone. Hand pass is called, so it's going to come closer to us here, right where he's pointing. Exactly 10 minutes to go in regulation time. All right, we're back in the zone. Flamingos got possession, but pressure from WHA. Keeping him down low. Angus working at it. Judd knocks it out of the air. Sends it back down low. Dixon gets a piece of it over to Judd. She's tied up. Flamingos start to break out with it. They chip it into the zone. Won't make an icing. Frood gets there first. Frood chips it up to Judd. Judd turns with it at the blue line. Cross ice to Angus. Angus driving the net here. Hits the brakes in the corner. Up close and personal. Now Dixon on the back check. Flamingos get in the zone. Penalty coming up to WHA. I don't know what happened. Roughing is called. So power play for the Flamingos. Sorry, the shakiness. Try to get rid of that blur. Still blurry. Puck marks. All right, puck is dropped. Gets to the blue line. Flamingos center it. Get a shot. Rivera with a save. Hangs on to that one. 10 seconds gone from the penalty. 9 minutes left in regulation. Off the draw, it's in the corner, and Bolton fires it all the way down. Kelly plays up behind the net. And now Flamingos enter the zone, cut in front. In the slot, they get to the point, fire a slap shot, it's deflected, loose, picked up by Sabrina. She takes that behind the net and fires it up, kept in at the blue line. Battle down low, Flamingos send it to the blue line. D to D pass. They send it down low. And the cross-ice pass, tries the back door, hits the post, loose in front, picked up by Ryan Morris. Flamingos get it back to the blue line. D to D, fire a shot, that's deflected. Navarro got a piece of it. Now we chip it up the boards. Kept in at the blue line. They walk in, shot fired. Navarro with the save, rebounds loose in front. Now save from Navarro. Morris clears it all the way down. Fighting Flamingos are playing here. 30 seconds to go on the penalty kill. Flamingos start to break out. There we go. Bolton gets it back in the neutral zone. She gets pinned. Helps kill that penalty. Flamingos get it back in the zone. No shots at the hash marks. Flamingos send it into the corner. We're back to 5-on-5. Puck's in the corner. White picks it up. Chips it up to Judd. Judd comes up the side with it. Whoa! Head contact. Okay, bodies fall in. Puck comes out. Flamingos fired in. Shot blocked. Rebounds loose. Back check from Gation. Shot on net held onto by Navarro. Six and a half minutes to go in regulation. And off the drop, Flamingos sent it to the blue line. The shot goes wide. Picked up by Steinberg. Gets some pressure in the corner. Knocks it loose. Gation gets it to the blue line. Keeps that battle going. Support from Manini. Now it's back for Steinberg. Steinberg reverses in the corner. D to D, up to the sidewall at center, and out we go with it. There we go, we're back in the zone. Now Gation's turn to chip it in. Flamingos with it behind the net. Now Chevrier in the corner, pass out front. Hits the skate in front. Picked up by the Flamingos. They chip that down. Won't make an icing. Sabrina's back there for it. Sabrina sends that to the blue line, kept in by the Flamingos. Loose puck in front. They get a shot. Navarro with the save. Rebound still loose. Navarro with the save. Puck still loose. Whistle goes. Face off to the left of the goaltender. Nope. Oh, stick to the head. Wow. Wow. Shots blocked. We chip it up to the sidewall to the blue line. The Flamingos keep it in. Battle continues down low. Puck goes behind the net. Into the corner now. It's chipped up. Judd kicks it up to the blue line. Kept in and back for Dixon now. Dixon to White. White finds Judd at the blue line. Chips it up and out. Pressure from Dixon. Works it up to the red. Flamingos get it back in their zone. White working at it. Stops him at the blue line. Puck comes loose. Judd picks it up. Skates it into the zone. Fires that on net. Blocker save. Flamingos get it back. Chip it up, but Morris blocks the pass. Loose in the neutral zone. Picked up by Bolton. Bolton cuts in with it. Driving the net. Gets a shot on net. .407 to go in regulation. 2-1 for WHA. Puck is dropped. Bolton and McGowan. In comes Crude to keep that in the zone. Bolton working at it down low. McGowan helping her out. Puck comes loose. Bolton gets a stick on it, works it out front. We get it back to Sabrina. Her shot's blocked. Brooklyn's turn, backhand shot blocked. Puck is loose, and the Flamingos chip it out. Steinberg gets it back for WHA. Chips it up to the blue line. That's kept in by the Flamingos. Puck's behind the net. Flamingos pass it out front. Funny bounce. goes into the corner. Puck back to the corner. A little shakiness there, trying to get the blur away. There we go, it's focused. Chip it out. She's got a skates. She could have made that. .3:11 to go. Fans are getting a little excited over here. Loose puck picked up by Sabrina. Chips it up to the sidewall. We chip it out of the zone from Gation. Gation stops him at the blue line. They get in, and now we send it back out. Flamingos regroup in the neutral zone. Puck goes in the corner. Loose puck in front. Flamingos walk in, can't get the shot. It's back to the blue line. That one's blocked by Allegation. There we go. Nice work from Morris, taking a stick to the head. Flamingos get in the corner. They send it to the blue line. Rolling puck. They settle it down and send it into the corner. Sabrina sends it back up. Gation gets a piece of it. It's kept in, though, at the blue. They go D to D. They get a shot. Blocked in front. Flamingos pick it up, get it to the blue line. Pressure. And now WHA chips it up center and out of the zone. 2 minutes left in regulation. Flamingos re-enter, get a shot. That's blocked and goes wide. Loose puck picked up by the Flamingos. Sabrina tied him up. Flamingos pass it in front. Can't get a shot. Everyone's all tied up. Puck is loose. Now they get a shot. They find the back of the net. 2-2, minute 39 to go. All right, puck in the Flamingo territory. They chip it out. They get in, fire shot. Navarro shuts the door. Minute 27 to go in regulation. All tied up at 2. Puck is loose. Judge ships it up to the blue line and out. Oh, it's kept in, and Dixon gets it out. Flamingos get it back at the blue, cut in with it. Go wide, shot blocked. Another shot, that's saved. Big save from Navarro. Fruit on that rebound, chipping up to the blue line. Angus knocking it out of the zone. Flamingos get it back. They cut in. Can't get a shot. Angus knocks it to the blue line, kept in by the Flamingos. Puck goes in the corner now. Flamingos pick it up. They got possession at the hash marks. They send it to the blue line. Pressure from Angus. They get a shot. Angus blocks that, chips it out of the zone. Jed's going to chase it down. We got 35 seconds to go in regulation. Flamingos chip it up into the neutral zone. Sabrina knocks that away. Steinberg gets it out of the zone. Judd chipping it up. The ref in the way. But Bolton gets it back with 20 seconds to go. Follow up from Morris. Morris cuts in with it. Takes it in the corner. She's behind the net. Got the battle going. Help from McGowan. Puck comes out front. Shot on net. Save is made. 8 seconds to go in regulation. Pretty tempting to pull the goalie right now. But 8 seconds is a bit too long. If it was under 4 seconds, pull the goalie, go for the win. 8 seconds, a little too risky. McGowan on the draw. Flamingos try to get that out. We keep it in. Try to get a shot. Nice body check. Get that out. And we end up 2-2 against a strong flying Flamingo team, fighting Flamingos. So Game number 3 will be against WHA U19s tomorrow. Not sure why we're playing them or why they're in the same division as us, but we'll play the U19s no matter what. And, we'll come out on top probably. So game number 3 around robin tomorrow. Playing the U19s. U18 against U19. So $10 that WHA wins the game at 3 tomorrow. Actually, I'll put $20 on WHA for the third game of the round robin. That's it for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow afternoon.